Hey guys, it's James Young with Young Enterprises Construction LLC, baby. So we are gonna be fixing some sprinkler pipes today. Now these are some peculiar sprinkler pipes because they're copper sprinkler pipes. Maybe common to some folks, not common to me. More familiar with PVC and rainbirds, but you know the concept is the same. It's a pipe, right, with threads, and its purpose is to water your garden. And it seems to me that they work just fine because they've been working fine for a long time until this happened. Anyways, so this is going to be like how to repair copper sprinkler pipes. So as y'all can see, we're at a client's house in Richardson, Texas, in the Dallas Metroplex, and we had trimmed the trees. I did not do a video on how to trim trees, but it's not as simple as some people make it out to be, but it's also not as intricate or difficult as some people make it out to be. So let's get back to the sprinklers here. I have already identified my sprinklers that have issues, right? Okay, and how I did that was I turned on the sprinkler pipe. I turned on the sprinkler and went around and looked for all the sprinkler heads like this that were not working, right? You can see that's a sprinkler head right there. So I went around all of them and found the ones that wouldn't work, that wasn't spraying water out, and marked them. So that's this one. There's this first one here on the corner, the fourth one down there, and we'll just go ahead and proceed with this. So this is a channel locks, and this is probably the only tool other than a screwdriver that I'll be, or a screw that I'll be using to do this little job here. So first thing you want to do if you're in a little garden like this is go ahead and peel back the whatchamacallit. This is mulch, and then this is a weed barrier. Peel that back a little bit, maybe dig a little dirt out from around there, because what you don't want is dirt falling in your hole there, your whenever you pull the sprinkler head out of there, sprinkler pipe. So I'm gonna go ahead and fasten my channel locks to the position that I want them to be. Call them the channel locks because you have all these different channels. So we're gonna go about right here. Then we're gonna put our hand where we have the most leverage, so we don't have to clamp down as hard, and just rotate it. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. So, or you can also think of it as clockwise, is almost always how do you loosen something that has threads, unless, and I say almost because unless you have something that has like a left-handed thread, but that's very uncommon situations where you have left-handed threads. So I'm not sure if I want to take this whole pipe out. There's actually two pieces. There's this piece, little piece, that'll screw off of this top piece. So what I want to do is I want to just take this top piece if I can. Now I'm not going to be using this right, but I'm going to try and see if that'll work. If I can avoid taking the whole pipe out, right, That would be nice, because taking the pipe out will leave me susceptible to having dirt fall in that hole. So I was able to loosen this one little bit up, which is great. And yep, just as I expected, it's full of dirt. So what do we want to do? Take our dirt out of there. Maybe even blow on it, or blow through it. Right? So I'm going to turn the water on so it blows any dirt out of that hole. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing over here. I'm going to move this stuff back, and I'm going to see if I can take this little nipple off of here. Okay. See, it doesn't want to go. The nipple doesn't want to come off. It tries to turn the whole pipe, which is not what I want. So what we'll go do is we'll get this, which is not channel locks. These are what's called, referred to as vice grips, right? Because whenever you do like this, and then you, let's say, put it on something to hold it, this handle here goes all the way down and it locks like a vice. Right, so if you loosen that up, again, lefty loosey, righty tighty. So now it's locked in place, and then you can manipulate whatever you need to do with that. So we're gonna put that right there. But we don't want it too tight, because it'll squeeze that copper pipe. Yeah, it'll squeeze this copper pipe here. We want to squeeze it just enough, not too much. Just enough so it doesn't move. Okay, and now that we got that nipple moving, I don't know if y'all seen that in the video, but now that we got the nipple moving, we can see, of course, what the issue is. It's full of dirt. Can you see that? Okay, so we got 2 down. Now, I want to be sure to get this thing good and tight whenever I go to put it back on. That way we don't have a loose joint there. I'm going to stick these 2 bits in my pocket so they don't get lost. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy right here. And we'll take it off right here. Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad little repair job. Hope I'm not speaking too soon, though, because it might be a little bit more difficult to get dirt out of these or unclog them than I expect. So I'm going to use a nail. Alright, there's a nail. And I'm going to use a screw. And if that doesn't work, I'll use a drill. If a screw or a nail doesn't work. Obviously, you already know I was identifying which sprinkler pipes were clogged. I took them off. Then the next step, what I did was I turned the sprinkler section on. I turned that zone on to spray any water or debris out of the pipes. After I blew all the dirt out of the pipes, I cleaned off the tips and then put the tips back on. Voila, every one of the sprinklers worked just fine. So this is how you unclog copper sprinkler. And it's on the proper zone. Now this is something that we did that I recommend everyone do, is create a diagram for all your zones and categorize all your zones by numbers, like zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, and here we have 7 zones. So and each zone will be like controllable, and you can turn each zone on individually. So that's good. See if we can, and I can already see the hole in there. See, that one's already unclogged. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah. Why is that bad? Oh my God! Now that's what happens whenever you turn the sprinklers on. They shoot straight up. Now I don't want to let that go on for too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. But now we know there's not any more dirt in there, so that's cool, right? Now, wait. Hey man, what's going on? Anyways. Okay, now I can go back to my sink. Now that we got this one cleaned out, there's a hole up in there. I don't know if y'all can see it. Let's go back. Yeah, there's a hole up in there. Once I push that hole out, I'll set it to the side. Okay, we got these two and one more. So, take this change out of my pocket so I don't get it mixed up. So, there's another one that's very clogged up. If y'all can see that. No, that one's unclogged. So. I'm gonna test it by blowing through it in both directions. So whenever I blow on it, you can hear the air coming through there. This one's really clogged up. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I can see like a little pinhole through there, which tells me it's clean and clear. Now, that's 4 little bits. We're going to put them back on. I'll start with this one. Now that I've blown all the water out of these, should not have any more blockages. Ah! Say something, John.
Hello?
Where come from?
My mama.
I'm scared.
58 years ago.
50.
I had kind of a waterfall over here, I think.
Yeah, I just turned the water on after I took these nipples off of here.
Oh.
I turned the water on after I took the nipples off so I can make sure there's no like dirt in the line.
Oh, okay.
If there's any dirt in the line, it would have blown it out.
Oh.
So these little pieces right here, I'm recording. Well, we can. All right, guys, this is James with Young Enterprises. I just want to go ahead and end this video with voiceover because my landlord came in and we had some private conversations about what was going on. I explained to him that I had turned on the sprinkler pipes to blow out any possible dirt, and it was successful. There were no dirt in the lines after I had blew it out with the water. And then, as you can see, what I end up doing is just reinstalling the sprinkler. It's like a nipple or a sprinkler head tip. You can probably refer to them as either one of those terms, a nipple or a tip. And I put them back on. Then I turned the water on and made sure that it was still working, that they were not clogged anymore, that water was flowing through them properly, made sure that they were positioned correctly to where they would spray outwards and not towards the wall there or anything like that. Made sure I didn't put them on too tight, but I made sure they wouldn't loose to where they could blow off of there. So that pretty much sums up the end of the video. It was pretty easy to take the clogged up dirt out of the tips. All I did was take a screw, which has a really fine tip, a sheetrock screw, really fine tip, or anything pointy would have done the trick. Just stick it down into the tip of the sprinkler head and unclog all the dirt. Take the dirt out of there to where you can see through the hole. And it's pretty much self-explanatory. So I hope y'all guys like the video. Man, it really does help me if y'all can like, share, comment, subscribe. Man, it just takes a second. Just click the button, and I'll be so grateful, man. So grateful. Anyways, if y'all have any questions, just drop it down in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thank you very much.